What's up, everybody? What is up? No one's here yet. People are still going to be coming in. So what I'm going to do in that meantime is just make sure everything's running good. I don't know how many people's going to actually come through this stream. That's a good question. Probably should turn on the light. It's a little dull. Let me see. We're going to go over to where the light is. We're going to go to Pool Coin. Might cause some slight lag, but I honestly want to test it. I want to test how things are going to act while I'm streaming, and go ahead and get that heads up. Evergrow coin is just fluctuating between breaking a zero and gaining a zero. It's just fluctuating between that. The point. Like I said in my previous video, the good news is the circulating supply is being burned. But it's not a Evergrow coin stream. This is a Huddlevault token stream, man. We ain't here for Evergrow coin. We here for Huddlevault. Well, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Make sure y'all leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Especially leave a like if you're new, man. Okay, so it's low-key lagging a little bit. It's doing that weird thing again, where it basically pushes you away. Let me disconnect my phone from the Wi-Fi. I'm not happy about that happening right now. Let me leave and come back in. And be sure to let me know if it's getting any better or not. What I should do is put my AirPod in and see. We just testing it out, though. I want to appreciate everyone who's here right now. The Huddlevault AMA does not start for another 10 minutes, so keep that in mind. Okay, it's getting better, but it's not entirely better. It's not doing what it was doing before, so I'm happy about that. For those who are just tuning in, thank you for tuning in. It is your boy, the Scripted Legend. We're talking about Huddlevault token. Why do I have an AirPod in one ear? Because what's it called? Did I turn down the volume? Yeah, okay, I was just quiet for that period. But why do I have an AirPod in my ear? Because I'm trying to make sure I can verify that the audio for the stream is good. Why Huddlevault? What do you mean, why Huddlevault? Let me know what you mean by that, Jay. Let me know. Let me know what you mean by that, Jay. But what's it called? The AMA starts in 10 minutes, man. The AMA starts in 10 minutes. Interested to see what they say in it. They did release the Huddlevault University, so that's pretty cool. I'm excited about that for sure. I just want to see what else they have to offer. I just want to see what they got. What do they have in store planned necessarily? I'm excited for the AMA though. Am I not following their page? There's no way I'm not following Huddlevault token. Oops, I hit the back button too many times. But Jay, let me know why you said why Huddlevault. That was confusing to me. I'm not following Huddlevault. I apologize. If Huddlevault's team looks at this, I think they will. I'm sorry that I'm not subscribed or following your page. I actually think I'm not even following their YouTube channel. They actually have a YouTube channel out. There we go. Let me see. I'm trying to find Huddlevault's video channel. They do have a channel out, because they have released Huddlevault University, and I want to join it. Now y'all gonna hear me sniff up a little bit. I'm not sick. I promise I'm not sick. I'm just what's it called? It's just me like dealing with the no real utility. I mean, honestly, you can say that about every crypto right now, Jay. I mean, In my opinion, you can. Like Nebula is the only token I've covered on my page. Them and BUSDX that actually had a utility or said they had a utility and actually launched it so far. Cryptor is saying they have a utility out. They got Chain Quest, but it has not been released. Nebula released the play to earn game, and it was trash. I'm sorry if people didn't like that. Wait, what the heck? Was there music that was just played? What is up, Pelican? Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you for following my page over on Twitter. You're awesome. But you also got Evergrow Coin. They don't have any real utilities that are out right now. So it's all speculation at the end of the day. We're still wondering when they're going to drop their creator and when they're going to drop a couple other things. But they seem like great people. But yeah, I mean, it's just, there's a lot of cryptos that said they got utilities. They actually released a utility, which is Huddlevault University. Huddlevault University could be a big play. I talked about why that could be a big play in a previous video. Cause what's it called? You got YouTube creators. And that channel has like 10 million subscribers or 4 million subscribers, but they average like a strong 30K views a video. But then they have like videos that hit 100 million views or whatever. And 100 million views on YouTube will get you basically $100,000 or up to $1 million. No, I want to say it gets you $1 million. Yeah, 100 million would get you $1 million. 100 million views would get you $1 million. So they can get paid for doing Huddlevault University. So Huddlevault University has some utility to it as well. It's gonna have to, like every utility and every new product that's released from any new company, it's going to come down to adoption and its efficiency. That's why I said, how I feel. That's why I feel the way I feel about Crater when it comes to the logo. It doesn't matter what the logo is. It matters about the efficiency, because that's what's going to come down to the adoption, really. That and the marketing. Marketing and efficiency of the product is what comes down to the adoption of the product and the success of the product. Think about cars. If a car can look so cool, man, it can be the coolest car ever. But if you get on that highway and that transmission, and like you drive for like three months and the transmission is bad and you got to get a new transmission or you got to get a new engine and you bought a new car, you're not buying that car. You're gonna demand your money back and try to get a different car instead. You're not sticking with that car. But Huddlevault tokens are early project. They are at their all-time low. So there's honestly no. Let me check again. I think they're at the all-time low. They're a little bit above their all-time low. They're like 10% above their all-time low, or 15% above their all-time low. So they can still make some. They still are profitable. A profitable investment to where you can get a quick 10%, 15%, or 20% and dip out, and it is what it is. Honestly. It is what it is. A lot of people do that with investments. People do that with Evergrow Coin. They see Evergrow Coin. They saw Evergrow Coin at 605, and that was a strong support being for it. They said, okay, I'm at least seeing 20%, and then they saw maybe 100% or 50%, or maybe even 160 or 70. 170% was the high that you could have made off of that run. But you had people trying to maximize their profits. You can't blame people for trying to maximize their profits. But yeah, I'm just putting every coin that is available out there to the public. Let it be known, let it be heard. I'm not even at 10K subscribers. I can't be like, nah, I'm too good for your token. I just hit 1K. Make sure y'all leave a like. Make sure y'all leave likes, man, if you are just here. Just getting here. But enough about Huddlevault tokens potential. So I'm like, what's it called? What the frick? I try to leave out. Make sure y'all actually leaving likes. Thank you, man. I'm gonna definitely keep up the good work. I'm definitely gonna keep up the good work. I have not coughed in a long time. I was even out with some people, or with an individual, and then after that, I was out with that individual. I was on the phone for a business chat. And then before those two things, I was talking to a different individual. And then I was having another business chat earlier in that day. And I didn't cough at all. And that was Tuesday. So how the heck am I coughing in this Saturday? I don't know. It might be the cold temperature. But I got my notebook. I'm gonna take notes. I don't know if you guys are gonna take notes. You can if you want. And keep in mind, if I cover a token, I'm not telling you to buy them. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not telling you to buy every token I cover. I don't buy every token I cover. I didn't buy Reflecto. I didn't have any Bitrise when I was talking about them in the later stage. When I made that first video, I later on made a how to buy video. That's how you know really if I bought a token or not. But I just want to be like the central hub for all cryptos. That's it. I just want to be the central hub for all crypto communities. All good crypto communities, though. But I shout out y'all on Twitch for watching. Y'all are awesome. What is something new? What is something new token you like? Are you asking like what the frick? What happened to the audio? Hold up. Can y'all still hear me? Okay, that was weird. What is something new token you like? Are you saying like what is a new token I like, or what's something I like to see in a new token? If you're asking what is a new token I like Reflex. I like Reflex. I like Wi-Fi. I like Wi-Fi. Why am I not buying Wi-Fi? It's the most simple question in the world. I don't have money. The why and explain. I don't have money, and I'm in college. That's the why, and that's the explanation. All right. Okay, you saying yes? So I'm gonna answer. Okay. But I also like Reflex because they haven't pre-sold yet. They got some potential. I like the team behind them. They saying they got some utilities that are coming out, so I'm excited to see what the utilities are and how they perform. You know, you can't really. It's hard to tell when it comes to utilities, especially me. People say you gotta be careful about play to earn games. People just be throwing play to earn games in they thing, and be like, yeah, we got play to earn games. Them play to earn games can be trash, bro. I saw one token that was purely based off of play to earn game, and it was garbage. I mean, capital Garbage. And I'm sure there's going to be other cryptos that have play to earn games, and they're going to be garbage. But if you execute the NFT marketplace right and you execute everything else right to accommodate the play to earn game, then people will bypass the play to earn game. So what do I look for in a new token? The team. I want to know they have a good team. I also like to know they have a strong community backing them. Those are two big things. Community.
We're going to get started here in just a few minutes, folks. Thank you, everybody, for joining.
Bet. No problem. I also like to know who's buying. The audit. I want to know who's audited them, and if they didn't get audited, can I find a contract online? I'm a software engineer, so I can understand the Solidity programming language enough to where I can see if it's something, if there's like a red flag in there, or if it's something that's like, or if it's like, okay, it's a decent token. Let me do more research on it. Because coding is not, the Solidity background or whatever, the programming is not everything when it comes to a crypto token. Tokenomics and rewards are like a semi big thing, not big thing. It's like if you got 20% rewards, I'm not messing with you. I'm not messing with you. Now maybe like 2 years from now, we could have like DeFi could have built itself to the point to where 20% is the new norm for altcoins when it comes to rewards and transactions or whatever.
Again, welcome everybody. We're just waiting for more folks to join. I'm just going to give it a few more minutes.
Okay.
And but if you guys are seeing the tweet for the AMA, please go out, retweet it, like it, retweet it. Let's get this room filled.
But yeah. Yeah, maybe 20% will be the new norm. I don't like 20% because those projects are the ones that end up like having no future. Um, yeah, I like Reflex too, my boy. I like Reflex too, my boy Jay. Um, only thing I don't like about Reflex is you gotta that pre-sale crazy that you gotta hold for 6 months after the pre-sale. That's a tough bullet to bite, bro. That's my money. That's my money that you got locked up. I'm not even part of the team. So, but it pushes people to spread word about Reflex Finance, and that's what another thing that I'm like hoping helps or whatever. And because you want, not only are you gonna want your, it's not even
Good
about your
afternoon, everybody. We're
the
gonna give it.
equity or your
We're gonna
value
give
of
it like a
Reflex.
couple more minutes. Just wait for some folks to fill in. We see just a number of
Okay.
folks still coming in. So thank you all, and again, we'll get started here in just about another 2 more minutes.
Yeah. So that's the only tough part about Reflex Finance. Everything else is cool. And that you can't say this about Reflex Finance. That sets it apart from other cryptos. And it adds a sense of security to future investors that they can invest in and know that like the people that got in at the pre-sale are not going to rug pull them. That is something that is going to be a massive security to a lot of new investors looking to buy into Reflex Finance. Jay Huddlevault has a lot of utilities. Oh, he knows they got a
Again,
lot of
welcome
utilities
everybody.
on white
Again,
paper.
thank
He's
you all
more so
for
concerned
joining. We're
about
gonna get started here in just another minute.
Well, I mean, Jay can speak for himself. I'm gonna
Got
let
a
Jay
few
speak
more
for himself.
few more folks to join,
I
and then
think
we'll
I
get
know
started.
what Jay's thinking, but yeah, yeah, man. 6 months. You gotta wait 6 months before you can sell if you get in at the pre-sale. So I would. That's what someone asked me. What do I plan on doing because of that? I said like 20%. Let me make sure no one's talking on Twitch. Ooh, I've been missing y'all on Twitch. If you said something on Twitch, let me know, bro. Let me know. I apologize, man. I apologize. But your crypto, yeah. 6 months is a tough wait. So I was saying like maybe this is me. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. But I would buy like I'll put whatever 20% or like whatever I wanted to put in originally. I'll put in 20%, right? 20% of that into the pre-sale,
All right,
and
folks, we're gonna go ahead and get
and then the
started.
80% would
I
be
want to
at
just
public
welcome all of you.
launch.
Happy
I'm about to
Saturday.
mute myself. Y'all have
Welcome to our
let's enjoy the
AMA.
AMA to the
This
best
is,
of
I
our
think, our
abilities, bros. Just
third
gain
or so AMA
information.
we've been doing on Twitter Spaces. We were previously doing them through Telegram, and this is just an amazing platform to reach so many people to talk about Huddlevault. For those of you who don't know, my name is Jeremy. I'm actually using the main Huddlevault account for the AMA. It's so much easier than trying to juggle between two phones to open up spaces. So I'm using the main account here. My name is Jeremy. I'm the CEO and founder of Huddlevault. Um, again, just welcome all of you to this AMA. There's some announcements I'm gonna make today. But first, I just want to, for those of you who have never been in our AMA before, and are going, who the heck is Huddlevault? Huddlevault Token. We are what we feel is the world's first fully transparent platform that we're going to be featuring emerging cryptocurrencies, regardless of which chain that you're on. And so somebody asked me that question the other day. So you could be on Ethereum, you could be on Polygon, you could be on Tron, you could be on BSC. So regardless of what chain you're on, we're going to be featuring these emerging cryptocurrencies through community-driven support. What that means is we're going to have a listing platform that is going to have new cryptocurrencies, and not just your average cryptocurrency. People use some foul language names for those, so you guys know what I'm talking about. But these are cryptocurrencies that have been vetted not only by us internally before they come in, but also by our community. And so, they'll come through a vetting process. They must be KYC'd. They must, be willing to, have their contract audited, if not audited, before they launch. And a number of other pieces within it as well. They also must subject themselves to an AMA, at least one, if not many of them, with our community and others, to be willing to answer all of those tough questions of why this, why that, all of those things, to give you that sense of feeling that this is actually a safe and secure project to go into. It's one thing when we actually, before we even launched, we had several AMAs that we did of doing just that, of coming in front of all of you to say, why Huddlevault? Why should you invest in Huddlevault? And even before our pre-sale, to get all those questions answered, we were vetted by multiple different areas, and being grilled with all of those questions. We want to be able to provide that same service, for new emerging tokens, but also for all of you as investors for that. And so that's our big main staple of what we're doing. But it's not just about a listing platform. I'm saying not just. That's huge and big, I think, and something that's really missing in our cryptocurrency community. But we have so many other things that we've already delivered and we're bringing to you as well. When you look at, we talk about NFTs. A lot of you are in NFTs. We have NFTs that we've already created and are out there in OpenSea. We are working to look at trying to partner with other NFT platforms to bring more NFTs and more open to other things for all of you as well. And so as we get those partnerships going, you will see more of those being communicated, more of the NFTs going out there, and more for all of you to also be putting your NFTs and having that attachment with Huddlevault in there as well. Any funds that are generated through our NFT sales are automatically used to buy back and burn Huddlevault token. And so we're bringing up volume and price from there, and not just an average buyback where your buyback actually will not trigger any type of taxes or anything like that. So it doesn't count towards your reward volume, but we will actually be using a wallet that actually is going to be taxed, that will have to go through all those transactions and be counted towards rewards and volume. And so you guys will be able to get that 8% BUSD reward off of that transaction when we're doing those types of buybacks and burns. We also have our merchandise platform currently on Bonfire. We are looking to move that up to a more prestigious marketing merchandise system here in the coming weeks. But we have that out for all of you to go look at our current merchandise we have. Jay, who's our graphic designer, has done an amazing job with all of that work. And again, any profits from that are going to be used for buyback and burn. And again, the same way with our NFTs, a traditional, regular purchase, and then that purchase then is moved over to our burn wallet. So again, we'll be through regular volume. We have a rewards calculator that we brought out at within the first 10 days of launch, that will show you not only what you've been earning through your rewards for holding Huddlevault, but also you can estimate of what if I hold, say, 1 trillion tokens and we have $1 million of volume a day, how much am I going to be getting in my BUSD rewards? Also, how much would that be worth if it hit this certain market cap, or we burn that many tokens, or whatever it might be? So just a lot of things you can go out there and use for that calculator. And I think we are one of the first cryptocurrencies to actually offer one that had both a rewards calculator, so giving you what your rewards balance is, but also an estimator all in one spot. And so being able to have that as a one-stop shop has just been amazing for all of you to use. We announced our Huddlevault University a couple weeks ago. Mike had one of our first videos that was put out last week. You guys go, and I think it was about how to use our Huddlevault swap. Go out and go take a look at it. We're gonna have more videos coming. I'm gonna make another announcement here in a little bit about some other offerings we're gonna do in regards to some teaching things as well. And then we've also brought out our Huddlevault swap. So for those of you who don't know what that is, the Huddlevault swap is a utility tool to be able to go in and purchase Huddlevault using either BNB or BUSD, and be able to purchase a Huddlevault token very easily. Connect your wallet, authorize a transaction, do that swap. If you wanted to sell, you can do the same thing in just a reverse order. This kind of brings out the piece of having to try to use PancakeSwap, trying to fight through all of those things that might happen with PancakeSwap. The slippage is automatically put in there for you, so you don't have to second guess how much of the slippage I have to put in. What does that look like? All of that. For those of you who don't know what slippage is and the reason for it, I've had some people ask, why is 17%? My goodness, it's so high. Our taxes are at 14%. That taxes is 8% is for the BUSD rewards, 2% for the buyback and burn mechanism that we have, 2% goes to auto liquidity, 1% for marketing, 1% for dev. That's 14% in taxes. So you have to have minimum for a transaction 14% in taxes. But with PancakeSwap and others, they take into account changes in market volatility, all those things. So they actually have a certain percentage that they need above that tax percentage for the transaction to go through. And so all of that, I think it's actually like 16.5%. We just rounded up to 17% to make it easy for all of you. That way, if there's big buys and sells going on, it'll go through through that way. There are times, I'm not going to lie, if when we're going through huge volatility, that 17% just won't cut it, and it's going to have to be higher. But we have that in for that 17% where we have for our swap, and we'll look at other ways to try to adjust for that in the future through those high volatility measures. But again, we still also have the link to PancakeSwap if you guys need to use that as well on our site. But that makes it easy for all of you to do trades. And we have so much more that just come into into the future of what we are bringing to all of you. Met with the team earlier today and kind of talked through some different things that we're thinking about, and just so much that we're looking to deliver for all of you. So this is just the beginning, and there's so many more things that are out there, coming in here in the near future. I did need to make an organization announcement as well to all of you. For those of you who have been with us since the beginning, know that Jason was our chief marketing officer. Jason is no longer with Huddlevault as of last night. I do want to thank Jason for everything he has done over these several months as we work together, and allowed us to get to where we are. As part of the agreement that was reached with Jason, he is keeping his tokens that he has. Those are locked. Those tokens remain under that contractual lock, and has that 4-month expiration date for that lock. Just like my tokens, just like other tokens who are part of the core team. That was all part of when we initially came in. He's also with all the obligations needed for IDO as well through that. And I don't want to go into much any other details. If you guys have questions, DM me, send me a message. If there's things I can talk about, I will. But I wanted to make you guys aware of that. With that being said, the team is strong. We actually have a very strong team, working, with Mike, with our mods, and everybody who we have. We're here for a very long haul. We have amazing things coming, even with Jason no longer with us. We have, amazing partners to work with to continue to get the word out, continue to bring in the folks, continue with our marketing and so forth. And so I just need to make sure that you guys we're all aware of that. That being said, there are some good announcements that I want to make to all of you, and so you're all aware of kind of what we're doing and some things coming in the future. One of those is our website redesign. You saw that little demo clip that came out this week. We are in the final stages of our website redesign. We just have a few last testing things that we're going to be doing this week, just to make sure that everything is working right. And that includes, we have the linkage with our Huddlevault swap. We're kind of redesigning some pieces within that of how it looks. Our calculator, you'll see some different look and feel around that, and some other things. So we're just going through some of those last minute touches. As soon as that is done, we will go ahead and release that. Our goal is to have the website released this week. That is our goal. Again, I don't want to release something that isn't working up to par for what we need. And so if there's any changes on that, I'll let you all know. But our goal is to have that website released this week. With that also, for this week, we are going to be actually opening up Discord. And so Johnny, who's one of our mods, and I think Nihil as well, they've been working a lot in regards to getting the Discord server up and going over the last several weeks. And so this week, we're the next few days, we're putting our final touches on it, making a few little tweaks, but we'll be opening up our Discord channel. We will be keeping both Telegram and Discord open. We will not close down Telegram permanently, but as I will say, as we move more over toward Discord, we will slowly transition things over to there and more use Telegram as our announcement channel. But for right now, we're going to run both of them side by side, and trying to have folks move over. Discord allows for so many different things, different accesses, different openings for things, all these different stuff. That just it makes it so difficult currently in Telegram. So, this week, have you guys, I want all of you to look at it, tear it apart, ask questions. Let me know, and the team know what you guys want changed, and what you guys want added, what you want deleted, and look at those and let's build this all together as a community and not just a silo of 3 or 4 people, but as a community to build a platform that all of you are going to want to be using all the time. So again, those mock-ups will come out here in the next few days, and then we'll post it up for that. And again, I'll keep on saying this: it's a mock-up, so don't think of it. Oh my goodness, this is what's going to be in the full piece. That's the beautiful thing about mock-ups; it'll always change. Another thing that we are going to be announcing, and we're in our final stages right now, so probably in the next few weeks that we fully announce. If you sell, you go back to square one, and you have to wait a period of time. We're still kind of looking, final holding and continuing to hold. There will be a step adjustment. So if you hold a certain amount, you get X percentage. If you hold more, you get X percentage, so forth. But again, we're working through all those final details on it. But I think we are probably one of the first tokens that actually offer that for our holders. I don't know of any other token that offers that type of incentive for holding a period of time. But then again, a piece of you have to go back holding and continue to hold, and also some benefits for adding more as well. And so more to come on that. We'll be doing more announcements around that as we make those final pieces around it. But we'll be having that piece here, as well as rewarding our current and future holders as well. The last piece I want to announce, we're going to be offering kind of like let's say like a pay for training in a way, but it is because we're going to offer kind of a training class for folks, and I'm not going to say that I'm some master person in crypto. Far from it. I actually rely on a lot of other people for knowledge. But what we're going to offer is a class for people to come in, look, learn stuff. The first one I'm going to do is actually reading BSC scan, and how do you do it? Actually, I'm going to using through Huddlevault of things I look at when I'm looking at transactions and what does it mean and all of those things. So you can then hopefully be better as you're looking at other tokens as well. We can also look at this transaction occurred. How long have they been holding? What all these other things. So a lot of crazy things that you guys can look at and learn from it. That being said, we post on Telegram for kind of recommendations for fees. We're going to charge $20 for it per person. It'll be done through either a Zoom or a Google Meets link, and so it'll be something that is we'll send a link to you after the payment is received. The payment can be done in one of 3 ways: BNB, BUSD, or Huddlevault token. And yes, you can use Huddlevault token to pay for this as well. After the class, all of that funds that are collected from the training class will be used. You didn't transfer Huddlevault token and you pay through BNB or BUSD. That will all be then purchased, and then all those tokens are burnt. So there's no piece that we keep. For us, it is ultimately to reward all of you as holders. And so we'll be doing that. Our first class will be not tomorrow, but next Sunday. We are still working to finalize the exact time on it, but it'll probably be in the 9 o'clock hour Pacific time, just to kind of give you guys a clue around that time frame. But as we get everything wrapped up with that piece over the next day or so, we'll be making the formal announcement through Twitter and Telegram and other areas. But I wanted to let all of you know here on this call before we make those announcement through those spaces. That being said, I'm going to actually open up. I think I've talked a lot. I'm going to open up to all of you. Does any of you have any questions that you want to ask? I do have a list of questions that have been asked as well, but I want to kind of see if they get asked by the community here, and if they don't, then I'll talk through those as well that have been asked through other mediums. No questions? Not somebody requesting to speak. Okay. As we wait for folks, what I'll do then is I'll open up for some questions that have been asked. I actually have one person here. Let me bring them up real quick. Billy, welcome. Are you there, Billy?
Do you need to unmute, Billy?
Right. Yeah, I have Chilla Chill, actually, is another one who came up. And so Chilla Chill.
Yeah, hello, how are you? How's everybody?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I actually like what I'm hearing as well. It's very nice. I want to ask you about the staking. Will you do something for staking as well or no?
That's actually a really great question. That is actually on our list. And so if you haven't been on our AMAs or anything before, we run this as what we call Mike and I have talked about an agile project. I am an agile coach piece. That's why I have a lot of experience in that. And so we have a backlog of stuff. Staking is actually one of them that's in our backlog. I have actually had conversations with folks already in regards to staking and what that's going to look like. And so, it is in our backlog to look at. And as we know more and stuff through that, we will definitely let all of you know. But it is something I do. It is something I will say. It is something I do want to offer here in the future.
Yeah, because you see, I don't believe in short-term investment. I'm not that kind of person who buy a token and sell it, after it pumps. Or I like to leave it for at least for a while. And staking options for me is good because the more you leave it, the more it gains as well. I actually have another question, which is one of my friend actually wanted to know as well. How long are we away from the first utility to drop?
Perfect. And that's a great question. So actually, when you look at our utilities, we actually have already done so many utilities already.
Yeah.
In regards to the rewards calculator, in regards to merchandise, in regards to our Huddlevault University, in regards to the NFTs and our swap. And so we have some utilities we already have out there, but in regards to the utility of our platform, that is on a roadmap for Q1. And we are on track for that to bring that listing platform out, as well as our first play to earn game.
Okay.
That's actually coming very soon as well. We're actually in final pieces with that with our developer right now.
Okay, thank you so much. I like what I hear, and let's see after 1 year or 2 year where you gotta be, guys. I'm gonna wait for you. I'm there.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it.
I actually believe it. Yeah, tell me.
Oh, go ahead.
No. See, the thing is, when I don't like to, when you invest in a project, in any project, I invested in a lot of projects, and I don't like to chase the pump. I like to put my money, leave it. Of course, I do my research and in any project. I did in your project, and even I think you're aware of Cryptobolics as well. He teaches guys. He's an influencer, which he actually teaches people as well. And there was one of AMA's. He did a giveaways for you guys. I remember I increased my bags double when I when I heard the AMA. And actually, you yeah. Let's see after 2 years where you're gonna be. And yeah, I'm here for the long term. Let's see. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for letting me speak. And yeah, I'm done. Thank you so much.
For sure. And there's can I add one thing real quick, Jeremy?
Please.
So
yes.
we had a launch a launch roadmap, which included our platform, included NFTs. It did not include Swap. It did not include Huddlevault University. However, as we got into Telegram prior to launch, we started getting a lot of great ideas from the community. And we're like, damn, that's a good idea.
Exactly.
So as we're still working on building out our, let's call it our North Star, that emerging token platform, we're able to slip stuff in that still continues to provide value to the community. And we could have just gone dark and just kind of waited and waited and waited, but we want to keep continuous improvement as far as the community goes. And so, like Jeremy mentioned, that the swap thing was not on our initial roadmap. It works wonderfully. Huddlevault University was not on our initial roadmap. We released our first video last Saturday or Sunday. And so we continuously want to improve through this agile methodology that both Jeremy and I are certified in. And so we have a huge backlog, and we continue to reprioritize based upon the feedback we get from the community. So I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, it does for me at least. So yeah, it is good, and I like the reward as well when you say people who holds, because I like to hold tokens. So if I'm getting rewards while I'm increasing my bag, it's good enough for me. It's fair enough.
Absolutely.
So
thanks for your question.
for what? Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, and thank you for letting me speak as well. And
of course.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going down. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very
No
much.
worries.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
You're most welcome, brother. You're most welcome.
Micah, welcome. Are you there, Micah?
Got a bad connection, Micah.
Hey, how you doing?
There you are.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes. We're kind of.
I think so.
Your connection is kind of bad.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, hey, how you doing? All right. You guys hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. Hey, I was just seeing, you know how you was talking about your, Can you hear me?
Yeah. Sorry, Micah, you're actually feedback a lot.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if on your guys' Huddlevault University. You know how you was talking about your, would your
Micah, I apologize. I had to mute your mic because there was actually, you're getting a lot of dual feedback from you're either listening to us through another phone or something. So, raise your hand when you're, ready to make sure that it's just a single mic that's coming through.
Yeah, there's a big echo.
Really big echo.
All right, try to get Micah.
Actually, Billy, you came off mute, so I know you were what you wanted.
Yeah, it was kind of awkward because I started speaking and I realized the mic was off, and then we went to so I was like talking to myself for like almost a minute, because so
No
yeah, and then okay, so yeah, I DM'd you, Jeremy, because I had another question about, because a lot of people don't realize when you initiate a smart contract and you buy a token. And when I first started in crypto, I saw, I was looking on YouTube and I'll see videos on how not to get hacked or scammed or whatnot. And and somebody showed you, if you go to the BSC scan, at least for BSC tokens, you can actually see token approvals. And you can actually see, so if you bought like hundreds of tokens, and you can probably have like 80 tokens that have unlimited access to your wallet or funds. I'm not sure if they have access to just that one specific token that you bought from, or all of your wallet. But I know there's an app called allowance.beefy.finance that is kind of like a little D app that you can go through Trust Wallet, and you can actually revoke all those accesses to your wallet. You can also do it on BSC scan manually, but the allowance.beefy.finance kind of helps you do it a lot easier, just kind of like the HODL swap. I was just wondering if maybe you can maybe look into making like a D app for that, or maybe just kind of maybe like a video idea for Huddlevault University, how to like revoke token permissions, because a lot of people don't realize that their tokens, a lot of tokens probably have access to their wallets, some unlimited, some limited. Just seeing what your intake was on that.
No, and I appreciate you're sending that to me the other day. And I'll full disclosure, I haven't fully looked at it yet, but through what you're talking about, I'm like, oh my goodness, because that is right. When you go connect to sites, a lot of times you forget to disconnect your wallet. You forget, maybe they have some other ways that they've connected, so forth. So I'm gonna be looking more into that as well. I'll definitely have it on our backlog to also look at it. And kind of through that, and if there's a ways one we can have it as a D app, we'll definitely look at that. But also I think through, like I said, through a video piece, we'll be going through that piece of it. So Mike and I will talk more about that for video, because that's actually a great training video for folks as well.
No, for sure, because like the first time I got airdropped something, I've got 30 or 40 of them now in my wallet, right? And the first time I got airdropped, I'm like, oh, what's B token? Let me go Google that. And of course it takes me to a swap site, right? And for new crypto users, that's extremely dangerous, because when you connect your wallet to a site you're not familiar with, there goes your wallet. And absolutely part of our curriculum for Huddlevault University.
But yeah, and just with that, not only all the crazy tokens you'll have in your wallet, but also as Billy was saying, just sites you connect to, but you first forget to disconnect or whatever. I mean, just so many different pieces there to how to protect folks as well.
Yeah, and we actually covered that in our first university video on how to disconnect from our swap site. So that's already out there.
Yeah, because I know Trust Wallet. If you go into the settings and you go to preferences, you can actually clear your catch, and it'll log you out of all the apps that you logged in through the D apps, at least for Android users. I don't know how it is with iOS, but yeah, you can clear your catch, but still, if it doesn't revoke the token's permission on your wallets, or I'm not sure how that works, but all I was told was make sure to revoke access, because it's like sometimes you wake, like if you have a certain amount of funds in there and you wake up the next morning and some of your funds are gone, probably due to maybe either the token's access to your wallet it probably has unlimited access, or maybe you left your wallet connected into like either PancakeSwap or some website, like PooCoin, for instance, or something like that. But yeah, just another video idea maybe for Huddlevault University, or if you guys wanted to look maybe into like a D app that would help folks kind of revoke permissions on their wallets. But yeah.
No, perfect.
Okay.
Thanks, Billy.
Yeah,
All right.
great. Thank you.
Thank you for answering my question.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, thank you for the suggestion. I appreciate that. Anybody else have any other questions they want to ask? Let's go ahead and request to speak. Through that, as we wait for if there's anybody else, actually Chill is coming back up. So we'll actually bring him back up. Hey, Chill.
Yeah.
Question?
I have another. This is not a question, actually. I want to ask you something, if you can do it. When I know you guys, I know you through. I told you Cryptopolics. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you guys do like you have a YouTube channel? Can you do with them? With him like another AMA. It's 60 second was the Cryptopolics. Can you do like another one because on the YouTube channel with him again?
Well, CryptoBox has actually stepped up to speak. So
he's here. So no, because the thing is, we became friends as well. He's one of the honest people that I ever found in crypto, in the crypto space. He never shell a token. He studied it. I think we the one when the other AMA that you were with him, he was giving out the giveaways. He tell us what was going on. So he's a very honest guy, and I like the way that he explain it to people. So I think if you went to his channel, because I think we're now like what we're how many are us in the 27 in space. So if we increase the with his help, if we increase at least the people will know you more, and we can increase the investors as well.
No, and I will say, I appreciate CryptoBox doing that that video last week. It was actually amazing, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I joined it.
Yeah.
I joined it, was listening to it, and I've again been following him for a while. I've actually I met him through, through other spaces that I was on. It's like, oh, who's this guy who's talking all this, stuff, and a lot of knowledge. And he is. He's a great guy. Very nice
He's
to
honest.
talk
He's
to.
actually honest.
He is
He's
absolutely.
honest. This is what I
And
like about him. He's very honest, straight to the point.
Yep. And that's where I've had the opportunity to be able to talk to him with the different spaces that he's jumped on some of ours. He jumped on other ones that he's been on and be able to have, some of those conversations. So it's been great kind of hearing those pieces and hearing, all the different projects he's looking at,
Exactly.
and he's done deep dives, and I was great to have, see him do that video last week. I was like, cause I was like, oh, what is he going to be doing it on when he did it? I was like, holy crap, it's on Huddlevault. Let's, see what he's going to talk about. And it was great because it shows you guys that deep dive he does on a project, and what he does before he even looks at investing in something.
Exactly.
And it's stuff like that I want all of you guys to learn how to do. And I know CryptoBox wants all of you guys to learn how to do.
He shows us the way, he shows, I'm sorry for cutting. He shows us the way, how to get index to, how to do the Ether scam, how to, how to take the peaks. Because there is, these days, I'm sorry for cutting you. These days, there's a lot of investors are coming. And I believe there's, it's going to not be double, it's going to be triple. Because of the, crypto is opening to the Middle East and all of that. You will see a lot of investors and then a lot of new investors, and which they would just chase the pump. They would, and they will get squashed in the middle because they think they couldn't put the money and get it double or triple. So at least,
and you,
yeah. Sorry.
Oh no, and sorry, no, go ahead. Sorry,
no, go ahead. I'm just saying the way that he, he can actually, because he teaches the new investors as well and the old investors. So I mean, his way it was very nice, and show us the way at least. So when you get it, when you enter crypto space, you don't have to. When I first entered, I remember crypto. I lost around 15K, and that was a lot of money that I lost. It was I lost it in like 10 minutes. The first time I put in my money. So yeah, I don't think that everybody have to see what I saw or get hurt that much.
And absolutely, of it, of what's the different ways of looking at investing. You are always going to have the folks, and you just can't control them, that are going to go into and do a pump and dump. And really what it is, they hype it up, they pump it all the way up, and then they dump it. Seen that before. I saw a token launch, at one point that went up. They launched within the first 20 minutes, they 10x'd, but they came pretty darn quickly down, as well.
Exactly.
Because people were like, hey, we pull it out. But if you weren't watching it, you didn't pull it at the right time. Okay, what I like what CryptoBox has done, he talks to you about holding. And if you're going to exit out of a token, don't pull it all at one time. It's how you do it, do it the right way. Have your
Exactly.
your things that you have. If you say, hey, I'm gonna go into a token and I'm gonna, my first time I'm gonna pull out is when it hits a $100 million market cap. Okay. And you're holding it until then. Whatever it does, that's what you're holding. Maybe you're DCAing in, you're dollar costing averaging in, and when it does its dip, you're bringing back more in, and so forth.
Exactly.
But your sell marker is at 100 million, and then you go, okay, I'm gonna do 10% then, but I'm not gonna do 10% all at one time. Maybe I'm gonna spread it over the next 4 or 5 or 6 days of your 10%. Maybe you're gonna, hit a next one. Maybe it's 750 million as an example. Okay, this is what I'm gonna pull out, at this time. But how do you exit outright? I know he's talked about that in his videos.
It was very the way that he actually said it is very nice, because he even described it how you don't hurt the market. You don't have to take all your money that much, and because there's a lot of people holds a lot of tokens. Yeah, I mean, sometimes we have people who have more than 100 quadrillion in a token. If he just pulled them all out, the money's gone. The money's gone. Yeah.
And you're right. I mean, you look at our token and what we've done on our chart. You had some people who actually, did really large sales over this week, and it hurt the price and so forth. But what also you look at too, they were hit with the 14% tax. And if you're chasing the reflection tokens, you're not only getting hit with our 14% tax on the sell, you're then going to hit with your X percentage of tax you're going to have the next token you're going to go into, and are you, is that the right move and so forth, versus diversifying of what you have. Maybe you do pull out some out of ours and you go somewhere else. Maybe you pull out the others and you go in ours. We had somebody a large purchase that they did today. You look at it and you go, oh, awesome. Love to see them come in, and so forth. You might go and look, going, oh, did they sell from one to another? Maybe as an investor, you look at some of those. What are some trade strategies other people are doing?
Exactly.
So that's one of the cool things of what I really like also about BSC Scan and Etherscan and others is you can actually look at those wallets because they're public addresses to actually go through and actually go look at transactions. What are they holding? Do they hold other tokens? Maybe it gives you some ideas of things to also look at as well for other tokens they might be holding. If they sold something, why did they sell? If they bought something, why did they buy? Helps you kind of through some of your own due diligence as you're investing. And I know
Exactly.
CryptoBox has talked about a lot of different things around that.
Yeah.
Well,
He actually digs into everybody's wallet. This is what I like about it. The developers, everything. He go through everything. This is why I like his way. So it's nice. I mean, you're a legit project, and he's an honest man. And yeah, why not? I think I would love to see you guys, in his channel, and more people will be. I think we gotta be more than more than the amount that we are today. So. Best of luck, all the success. I'm a long-term holder as well, like I said. I believe that your project is going to be good, and thank you for giving me the space to speak for all of that time.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Chilla Chill.
Yeah, thank you.
Most
Thank
welcome. You're most welcome.
Cryptobolics, how you doing, my friend?
I'm good. I didn't want to interrupt the ego session for me. I was
exactly.
I was just sitting back. I'm just smiling. I'm like, yeah, I'm great. No, I'm just kidding. It was awesome to hear all the positive talk. I just wanted to share. Me and Chilla. Since I had started the channel, Chilla had reached out to me, and he had first initially thanked me for what I was doing because it was different from what everybody else is. He told me his story about losing a lot of money, and we talked quite a bit, and we built a friendship because of that. And it's like that with a lot of people. They want somebody to be able to talk to, and me and Chilla, we talk about projects together, and we have a substantially amount long conversations. He's probably the most person I talk to on Twitter. There's a couple other people as well, but he's definitely one of the top ones. And the biggest thing I realized in the crypto space is that we can all help each other. And that's what I meant when I was talking about the sales. Like, I want to make sure that when I take my profits, I have a decent sized bag in a lot of things. I have a decent sized bag in Huddlevault and a few others, which I won't name on this, but I do. I hold a decent sized bag. And when it comes to the time that I decide to take some profits, which I will, they'll be at a certain allotted market cap, which is very high. Currently, it would have to be very high. And when I do it, I would do it over a course of 7 days, and I would take a very small amount, probably 10%, and I'd spread it across 7 days. And I'd do it extremely slow. And if I saw it hurt the chart in any way, I would immediately stop and wait for it to recover and then begin again. But the biggest thing that I see right now in cryptocurrency, and I'm seeing it right now with a project, there are people that are just dumping their entire bags and with no regard to any of the other people like me, like Mike, like Moon, like Robbie, like Beck, like all the people in here, Billy, Milan, Jay, Vote Soul, Micah, Nikita, all the people in here, Chilla, Jay Kraft, Todd. We're all like we're all humans. We're all people. We all have feelings and we all hurt. We all have bills. We all have family, right? The last thing I want to do, is make a sale that hurts Jay Kraft or that hurts Todd. So why not spread it out over the course of time? Yes, it may cost me a little bit more money, but shit, we're all really early in the project, right? We're all real early, and I think we can owe that to the future investors that come in because we're going to start mentoring them into the project and so on and so forth. And we're a community, but not just with Huddlevault. We're a community in cryptocurrency and in altcoins. So let's all just be friends and not hurt each other. I want to see everybody succeed. That's why I'm always doing giveaways and stuff. I'm lucky enough to be blessed with the previous career I had, which set me up financially, and yeah, so I'm able to do that. And I want to help all of you get to where you need to be financially, where you guys can flourish and do the same. Giving back. And I'm grateful that I found a low market cap project with only $1 million market cap that I could invest in that's actually legitimate and isn't going to take my money. So that's what I was excited about. It's really rare. It's $1 million market cap. You don't get that opportunity. That's an actual 1000x gem potential. You don't get that opportunity with anything else. And I don't know of a project right now with $1 million market cap. You could throw $100 at it, and at $1 billion market cap, you're sitting on $100,000. You throw $1,000 at it, you're sitting on $1 million at $1 billion market cap. And I think what's the current burn rate? 31%.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah, it's
So
about we have about
31%. Plus, they're
that's
doing
been
a
burned, correct?
buyback, and you're doing a buyback and burn, correct?
Correct. We do have the ability to buy back and burn as well. Correct.
So as time goes, it'll continue to deflate, be a deflationary token, which means you won't need as much to reach $1 billion market cap. Right now, we need to reach $1 billion market cap is 700 million without the burn wallet, which is add the 31% on there. So it's pretty crazy. And to think about it like that, once we get to 50%, all we need is $500 million. And I'll tell you what, that's not that hard in crypto. And that's life-changing money from all of you. And I definitely would like to say, if you haven't already done it, take a moment today or in the next couple of days and write down who you're going to help with the money, because you're going to have enough. Write down who you're going to help and how you're going to help them, and your strategy, not just what you're going to buy with it and fantasize about that. You need to have just help somebody. That's all I got to say. Just help somebody. Figure out who you're going to help and help them. If you want to do like what I'm going to do, I have a certain amount of money that I've allotted that I'm going to make. My goal is I know it sounds a bit ridiculous, but my goal is $250 million. Once I reach $250 million, I'll be finding 100 different charities. And I'll probably form a few of them myself. And I'll be working on staking and investing $1 million per charity, and that so I can get at least between an 8 and 12% return, so that those charities can get $80,000 to $120,000 per year given to them, so they can stay afloat and run and operate. It's like a business, and I'll do the same for that with family members. So I just, it's just a method I use, and it's free. You can use that method as well, and just help people, because you're in a low market cap project that could potentially change your life and many others.
Amen. I'm not even gonna add any more to that. I agree 100%. And it is amazing. You look at that from being a low market project that we're at, others as well that are out there. And you go into helping each other. You're talking about helping each other from out in the community through charities, through all of that. Also helping each other out here in the cryptocurrency community by the videos that you do, the teachings that you do, etc. For me, as a founder of a token, being people call me a token dev. I'm not a developer, by the way. But having that title of a token dev, I'm here. How do we bring other token devs together as well to help each other out? Because we're all going to go through our struggles that we're going to have, and how do you help each other out there too? I'm having conversations with other token devs and trying to help through that piece too. So just so much that we can do as a community to just help each other out. It's just amazing. Having people like Cryptobolics and others to help me driving that too. It's great.
Yeah. And I want to say I'm truly impressed with what you guys have done so far. And I'm excited to see, what comes next. Um, that's the biggest thing. And, we may be a little bit what I call consolidated. The chart's kind of moving sideways. That's a good thing. It's better than moving downward. And, sideways, you'll move up and down, but you stay on what they call a line. And a line price, we pretty much stayed there from what I'm looking at. And when news hits and more people get visibility to Huddlevault, that is what's going to cause a bull run flag, and then it'll do exactly what it's done now. You'll bull run flag at a higher point, and then you'll consolidate again. That's what healthy tokens do. And if you look at the chart over time, it's a very healthy, slow growth with Huddlevault, and I'm totally fine with that. I'm completely content because I have all the time in the world, and in the next 12 months, it's gonna change things. You know, we could be sitting at $500 million to $1 billion market cap. Well, guess what? That's 500x your money right now today. You know, so and other tokens will do that in a day and then be done, and that's it. No one's trading it no more. But when you have a real business and a utility, that's what keeps it alive. That business aspect. Remember, when the FOMO leaves, what's there to keep that producing a revenue? Because everything gets FOMO, right? Everybody hops on. And then if you notice, after the FOMO is gone, what happens to that chart? It just goes away. But if you have real utility, that's the business aspect. That's what's going to continue the growth of that token and your assets, your trade volume, which is what we want for the BUSD rewards. So I'm done now.
Thank you for that, Cryptobolics. I really appreciate that. And yes, you're absolutely correct. That's in regards to, you're going to have those projects that you're going to have the FOMO that's going and the hype and all of that. And they're going to 10x, 50x, whatever it might be, during those points. One thing when I look at projects that ramp up very quickly, they also come down pretty quickly too, versus your slow and steady ones. They're slow and steady as they're going up, and up. And, and as he talked about, you're going to have your consolidation, going to have that happening. And then they go up some more and those pieces of it. So just, for all of those of you who are like, why aren't you 10xing tomorrow? It will then 10x right back down pretty quickly after that, because they're like, oh my goodness, I want to take this now, kind of a thing. But let's all as a community come together, and what can we all do to help to drive the knowledge of what we're doing? And so all of you here, I would encourage you, send one tweet out about Huddlevault. Hashtag Huddlevault. Send a tweet out about it. Let's get the word out to everybody. Let's get that message going. I know one person here that I believe that they are streaming this in the metaverse using big screen right now. Look at other ways that you can do that and do different things to increase the awareness. We have a guy who actually put up one of the artworks that our amazing graphic designer did earlier this week. It's sitting up in his Alt Spaces world. That's done from another large token, but he has our picture up that we did. Him and I talked about trying to do a link on it too. It takes back to our website from it. So it's just things like that, that I think we all can do and find creative ways to continue to drive up the knowledge and the information about that. Ask your questions. I don't know of a token that has so much direct access to the core team than this one. And I'm not just saying that because I'm the CEO of the token, but I've heard that from our community. You guys are able to DM me through Twitter, able to DM me through Telegram, here pretty soon DM me through Discord. I'll respond to you as well. If you're trying to promote and go, hey, what about I want to do a marketing campaign on you and it's $100,000, I'll delete it. Just FYI. But it's something like, hey, let's chat. I'll talk to you and have that conversation with you. And that's how I am, and that's how I'll always be. I want to have that interaction with you folks. I jump in our chats. I did that this morning. Somebody was like, was talking about it, and I'm like, hey, I'm here. Like, oh my goodness. And I, had a chat for a little bit. It's things like that we will always do, and I will always do, and I know Mike will do, and others as well. So again, it's also help all of you helping spread the awareness as well, along with what we're doing. I think we've answered, almost all the questions for the different things that we've done and talked about. Mike, do you know of any questions that we may have missed, that people may have asked?
I don't. I think we've covered everything at this point, unless there's more questions from the community.
And if you guys do have them, I'll give you guys just about another minute or so to kind of raise your hand and ask any questions that you might have. But you guys have been amazing. This has been great, talking to all of you. Um, again, we're going to continue. We're doing these AMAs weekly every Saturday, 12 o'clock Pacific time, 2000 UTC. It'll always be on Twitter. Even when we are, on Discord, we will always be using Twitter Spaces for our AMAs. I think it actually has one of the best reaches for everybody. And again, continue to take all of your questions as you're asking them. Either through our social media channels, through DMs, through whatever it might be. Definitely reach out and ask. And we'll always we'll be there to answer for you. Some of them we might say, hey, can you bring that up in the AMA? Because these voice chats are a lot easier to to do justice to those questions via text than via text. And so some of those we'll kind of ask to hold off on that.
And one more thing, Jeremy. We also we're doing a series called The Voices of the Community, which is where people send us kind of just a basic audio file around, what your interaction's been with Huddlevault. More of that indirect marketing, right? That's free. It just takes my time to edit it. DM me on Twitter if you're in Telegram. DM me if you're interested in just doing like a 1 or 2 minute voiceover on what you think about Huddlevault and how Huddlevault has interacted with you. So I would really love to get some more audio from folks. Back to you, Jeremy.
All right. Well, thank you, Mike. And I just want to thank all of you. So again, thank you all for joining. Everybody have just an amazing rest of your weekend. I think, plug out to Cryptobolics. I know he is doing, I think it's a 90-second, 20 question thing on another token, too. And I don't talk about other tokens in regards to by name, but, it's actually a really cool thing I think he is doing in regards to what does he do to kind of vet 3 tokens and some of those pieces of it. So, follow him too. He has, amazing things. And, the tokens I know some of them that, he is following and doing some of these hashtags. They're not direct competitors of ours. So I'm not here to plug, go invest in them, and so forth, and leave us kind of a thing. These are complementary products I see in a lot of things that, he's even doing deep dives on and so forth. And so I encourage you to listen, see what he's doing and see some of the tricks that he does as well. I've learned a lot from him in his different spaces he's done, through the course of these last several weeks and months that I've known him. And so I encourage all of you to do the same. And if you're not following me on my regular Twitter account, the Huddlevault Jeremy, do that as well. I post a lot of things on there too, as well as anybody else. And I try to follow back a lot of folks too. And so, because I want to see what all of you are doing as well. So you all have a wonderful Saturday, amazing weekend, and we'll be talking again soon.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Alrighty. What's up? The AMA is over. It was a great. Well, I wouldn't say it was a great listen, but it was a good listen. It was they dropped some gems. They dropped some good knowledge. I'm gonna try to do a condensed version. I always say that, but this time I actually plan on trying to do that and attempting that. So I definitely am going to try to attempt that. Hopefully I can get it down to like a 20-minute to 30-minute video, so that y'all, and it'll just be like with Huddlevault being on the screen or whatever, the Huddlevault logo being on the screen, and y'all just hearing what they're saying and stuff like that. Because I don't know if y'all saw my post earlier today, but I plan on posting some stronger content. I plan on posting higher quality content. I've been under the weather as of recently, or what? Yeah, as of recently, I was under the weather. I'm pretty sure I had COVID, but I'm alive. I survived, and now I got to get out this funk because I got some rust on me. I got a little rust on me. My editing, I couldn't really edit much because I was so it was taking a lot of energy. My body was taking a lot of energy to heal, and I was also battling. I was trying to like get in. I was doing school. I'm doing school now. I'm back in school, so I was trying to do that too, and then pursue my personal endeavors. Man, you know, I got a personal life as well. I got a personal life too. But I see y'all leaving now, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Love you all. Y'all have a blessed one. Stay safe. Scripted Legend signing out. Peace.